Today I will be reacting to TikTok dating advice because there's lots of dating advice on TikTok for some reason, both directed towards men and directed towards women. So I'm going to react to it and explain to you why I think all of this is terrible. So let's jump right into it. Let's start with the dating advice targeted towards women.
You know what I just realized about relationships? A guy starts off by putting 100% in the beginning of a relationship. And over time, that will slowly go down from like 100 to 95 to 90 to 80 to 85. And then you notice, and you only notice when it goes down to like 75 or 80%, and then you say something. And then when you say something, he puts back 5% effort and you're content. You're like, okay, he put in some effort, but it never goes back up to 100 or 90 or 95. It just goes from like that 75 to 80.
She goes on to say that the man is slowly losing interest in a relationship until it goes down to about 10%. And this is something that I really dislike, like this kind of advice, because I don't know, maybe there are men who lose interest over time in a relationship. You know, I don't know every single man on earth, so it's possible. I'm not denying this. But why is this also calculated? Like, who actually counts the percentage of an interest a guy is showing? Or I would never even think of doing that, of being like, oh, my boyfriend used to be at 100%, but I guess he's at 76% now. This is so weird. It's such a weird way to approach romantic relationships, you know? Why are people so weird nowadays? You know, why can't you just try your best in a relationship, and if it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out? But why is everything so calculated? Why is everything so rational? Love is not supposed to be rational. Romantic relationships are not supposed to be rational like that. But let's see, maybe TikTok has something more to offer.
Find a man who wants to be a husband, not a man that wants a wife. There's a difference in the amount of capacity he will have for you, the amount of unconditional care he can give, his willingness to serve versus a neediness to be served.
First of all, what's wrong with a man wanting a wife? Are men not supposed to want anything anymore? But also, yes, your partner should want to serve you, but so should you. You could as well make the opposite claim, you know, you could say, find a woman who wants to be a wife, not a woman who wants a husband. You know, it should be mutual. And for some reason, this advice is only talking about men, you know. It gives me like this entitled vibe where you are basically expecting the man to serve you, but there's no mention of a woman serving the man, when in fact it should be a mutual thing.
Black cat and golden retriever theory in relationships. If you don't know, the golden retriever is the person that is doing the chasing in the relationship, and the black cat is the one getting chased. A lot of the times in healthy, successful relationships, the guy is the golden retriever chasing the black cat. The women that are the black cats in relationships, that are the ones getting chased, tend to have more successful and happier relationships when the guy is the golden retriever.
This one pisses me off the most, because first of all, what is it with all those weird theories on TikTok, like this golden retriever boyfriend, black cat girlfriend, all this stuff? It's weird, in my opinion, to compare your partner to an animal, basically. But also, why is the man supposed to be the one who does all the chasing? Why is he supposed to be the golden retriever in this scenario? Because I guess if you're a traditional woman, a conservative woman who lives according to the traditional feminine values, then yeah, I guess it makes sense for you to expect the man to chase you. But let's be honest, most women on TikTok are feminists with liberal views, so why do they suddenly expect the man to do all the work, all the chasing? It's just double standards, you know?
These were your rules when you start dating, ladies. Endless texting in the beginning can be very dangerous because it creates a false sense of intimacy. Texting makes you think that you know this person and that you care for this person, but that is not the real world. The real world is when you meet somebody and when you actually go on dates. So make sure to continue your life as you normally do it and keep the texting limited until you really get to know him.
Okay, so this one is just weird. What's the point in purposefully limiting the amount of texting you do? Obviously, it's best to meet in real life, in person, but you are going to meet in person eventually regardless, so why can't you text before you do that? Like, I don't understand, it's not like I'm not going to meet this person in real life because I was texting him. Eventually we are going to meet in person regardless if I am to pursue him as a potential romantic partner. So what's the harm in doing some texting, exchanging texting messages before we meet in real life? But also this is like this weird manipulative, calculating mindset that I hate so much, because it's something that modern dating advice promotes. You're supposed to like calculate every single thing. Don't text him within the first 3 hours of him texting you. Text him at this time, don't text him at that time. Right, text him this, don't text him that. It's like, why is everything so inflexible? Why do I have to follow weird rules for when I'm allowed to text the person I'm interested in? Because otherwise he or she might lose interest. If that person has lost interest in you because you text them too much, trust me, they are not the right person for you. The right partner for you will be delighted to hear from you and will never consider you needy for texting them.
Please date other men, because you have to find out what your options are and what the best choice for you is.
Okay, that was too much for me. This isn't grocery shopping. Where does this weird attitude come from? I am not going to compare my options because I wouldn't want my potential partner to do that to me either. If he doesn't consider me the only option available, the only option possible, then I don't want him in my life, and nor should he want someone who is comparing him to other men and looking for the best option available. This isn't respectful towards the person you are pursuing. But before someone calls me a pick-me, let's see what kind of dating advice guys have to offer. I'm sure it's going to be much better.
What position should you be in to start dating as a man?
Growing up, my mom always told me, if you're not in a position to go on a date and pay for the bill, you're not in a position to date. As a man, you need to make yourself strong first. And once you're strong, then you can take care of the people around you. And that's my belief. My belief is, if you're in a position where you are not solid, then what right do you have to bring another partner into your world and try to lead and steer the ship for the both of you when you don't even fucking know what direction you're going in?
This is something many men believe. They think that they have to have everything figured out before they get into a relationship, and it's just wrong. You shouldn't build your whole career first before you even get into a relationship with a woman. You should build together. First of all, why would you want to be with a woman who's only with you once you are established? You should want to be with a woman who is going to grow with you and build with you and support you from the start. But also, you shouldn't put those things off. You shouldn't put starting a family and getting into a relationship off in time, because this is how people end up infertile, too old to start families. There's a reason why birth rates are dropping nowadays. It's because people are waiting too long before they start a family. They're waiting into their 30s or 40s, and sometimes it's just too late at that point.
If you are a younger guy, I'd actually recommend setting your dating app preferences. If you're not having any luck with women your own age, I personally would recommend you set your dating app preferences to 30-year-old plus women. Because you, my friend, are going to get all the cougars that no one else is going for.
This isn't exactly something that I disagree with. Like, if you want to date women in their 30s, just go for it. But it's just so dystopian, this editing style, the way he talks, the fact that he calls women in their 30s cougars, and the fact that he says that nobody else is going for them, which is pretty disrespectful and patronizing. It's just icky, it makes me sad, it's kind of dystopian. Like I said, it's like depressing for me to watch this kind of content, because I wish people would just start authentic, loving relationships where they truly open their hearts and try their best, instead of all this weird, manipulative, pseudo-rational, pseudo-scientific stuff. This one might be the worst one of all. It's pure manipulation, and the guy behind this account, because I'm assuming it's a guy, isn't even hiding it, he's just stating it very blatantly and openly, how to make her chase you, basically manipulate her so that she feels like you don't care about her, so she chases you instead. It's pretty disturbing.
4 dating tips every man must know. Let's go. 1. A woman will say one thing, but their actions will say something else. Women operate backwards, right? They like what they don't like, and they don't like what they like. A female will tell you, oh, I want to see you every day. I want to be up under your skin. But the moment you give her all your time and attention, she's losing the tracks for you, bro. And then 3 months down the line, oh, I need a break. I can't do this. But you're doing everything she wanted, right? Come on, bro. They don't like fucking nice guys. They all say, oh, I want good morning texts. I want flowers sent to me. They don't like this shit. They like the aesthetic of it, bro. So they can screenshot it and post it on Twitter or Instagram to impress their fucking friends. Like, bro, any girl I deal with or yeah with, I don't do none of this shit, bro. And I always ask them, why me out of all the guys in your phone? Oh, I don't know, you're different. I don't compliment them. I don't see them every day. I don't text them all day. But apparently this works to get girls, you know what I'm saying? But I'm the dude smashing behind the scenes.
Typical red pill bro advice. Bro, don't chase her, bro. Don't try at all in the relationship. Don't compliment her. Don't be a nice guy. She's going to love you more if you don't give her any attention. If a woman gives you more attention when you withdraw, if a woman is more interested in you when you withdraw, you are with the wrong woman. Mature people don't act like this. Mature people appreciate it when their partner is trying their best in the relationship and is treating them well. So if someone is more interested in you because you are withdrawing attention, they have some kind of psychological problems, maybe low self-esteem, maybe other psychological problems that are causing them to be interested in those who are unavailable. But this is not a good thing to do, and you shouldn't try to exploit that for your own benefit. Instead, you should look for someone who's going to appreciate the effort you put into relationships. And just because something works doesn't mean it's morally okay to do it, I get it, manipulation works, but that doesn't mean you should be doing it, What about some integrity, Maybe there are some things you just shouldn't be doing full stop because it's wrong. Not because it doesn't work, but because it's morally wrong. How about that? So I guess we can conclude that TikTok dating advice is terrible. Doesn't matter if it's targeted towards women or men, because at the end of the day, it's 2 sides of the same coin. It's manipulative, cynical, calculating, selfish, dystopian and terrible in general, and has nothing to do with love. As a Christian, I'm really saddened by watching this kind of content because it has nothing to do with love, and it definitely has nothing to do with love in the Christian sense, with selfless servitude, which is what love is truly about. It's about serving the other person. It's about truly wanting to make the other person happy and not being entitled and trying to extract as much value as possible from the other person. So please don't listen to this advice. Maybe it works, I guess manipulation works, but it's going to eat away your soul, it's going to destroy your soul, and nothing is worth that. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.